This is Professor Lozano with Technical Mathematics. This video lecture is on graphing inequalities in two variables. There are many videos created on inequalities. If you have some questions regarding this topic, please look at the other videos on YouTube. First, we're going to start with the slope-intercept formula. Give me just a minute. Okay. The slope-intercept formula is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope. And b is the y-intercept. So now when we deal with inequalities, they're a little bit different. They're less than and greater than, or less than and equal to, or greater than or equal to. When y is less than the slope-intercept, it's the points below the line. So here we have a line for y equals mx plus b. When y is less than mx plus b, it's all these points underneath the line. When it's greater than mx plus b, it's all these points above the line. And you won't need to remember this. We're going to test a point or two to decide whether it's below the line or above the line. All right, this is just an introduction. Let's take a look at this one. Y is less than or equal to 3. Okay, well, we don't really have two variables. If y is less than or equal to negative 3, that's 1, 2, 3, x can be anything. It doesn't say anything about x. X can be anything. So we're just going to draw this line. And y is less than or equal to negative 3. So where is less than? Is 0 less than negative 3? No. Is negative 4, which is right here, less than negative 3? Yes. So therefore, it becomes this side of the line. Remember, you're graphing inequalities. So again, it's not an exact number that solves the equation. It is a series of numbers that solve the equation. Now I want to point out to you one more thing. See this equal sign here? That means it's a solid line. If there were no equal sign, this would be a dotted line. You may remember that from your high school days. Or you may not if you're like me. Okay, here's another equation. Now, let's put this into the slope-intercept form. So we have y is greater than negative 3x minus 4. Okay, negative 4 is our y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this, we can put a 1 under there, it doesn't change it. This is our slope, down 3 over 1. So we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. And 1, 2, 3 over 1. All right, now I'm going to be very careful. Also, we can make a little chart. X and y. If x is 0, put it in here. And what does y come out? Negative 4. If we put x as 1, comes out negative 7. Let's try a couple negative numbers. How about negative 2? comes out 2. Come on. 2. Maybe a negative 3, so we've got 2 positives, 2 negatives, and that should come out 5. Now, we've got this line. Now, before I draw this line incorrectly, I want you to notice that this is greater than, not greater than and equal to. Therefore, what I just said, we needed a dotted line. Okay, now this is going to be very interesting. I can do better coming down than I can going up, but you get the idea. The line is right there. Oh, really? What did I just say? Had to be a dotted line, right? Had to be a dotted line, sure. We all make mistakes, right? So it's the dotted line. Now, let's go back. Now, because it's an inequality, we have to determine whether it's to the right side or to the left side. And I gave you the rules for that. But it's very easy to figure that out as opposed to remembering those darn rules. So here we have a point, 0, 0. Let's put 0 in for here. 0 plus 0. Is that greater than negative 4? Sure it is. So therefore, all the numbers on this side of that line are the answer to this equation. Now you can put this into your TI-84 and put it under the y equals and put this equation in, and you'll find this graphing. Here's another one. (3x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 6). Let's try and rewrite this, okay? 2y is just so much simpler, and you've got to put it in your calculator anyways. Negative 3x plus 6, and y equals negative 3/2 x plus 3. Now again, this is your rise over your run. So you're going to go down 3 to the right 2. Our connection point is 3. Our y-intercept, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what do we say? We're going to go down 3 and over 2 and down 3 and over 2 and so forth. Let's check those numbers with a little chart. X and Y. If we put in 2 for X, what do we get? 0. If we put in, how about 0? What do we get? 3. So X is 0 when Y is 3. That's right there. That's a good number. And X is 2 when Y is 0. That's right there. That's a good number again. And you could keep going with trying several numbers to make sure that your line is correct. Alright, am I going to do this? Oh great, it's equals this time, so I can try and draw a solid line. I said try. Almost. Okay, now again, it's an inequality, so we've got to decide upper or lower. And if we don't remember the rules, it's easy enough. Here's my number again, 0, 0. Let's put in 0 and 0 Is it greater than or equal to 6? No, it's not. Therefore, this side of that line is the answers. Okay? Okay. Now we've got it in terms of y. However, we've got an x squared. Anybody remember what the graph looks like of x squared? It's a parabola. Right. Let's make a little chart this time. We don't have to change it into y equals. So let's make a little chart. Let's try 0. -3. Okay, how about 1? 1 squared is 1 minus 3 is -2. How about a negative number? -1. Still -2. You see a pattern drawing here? How about 4? 4 squared? It should be 13. Alright, let's just test this out. How about -4? Look at that. 13 again. There's our pattern that we were hoping to see develop. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That's our vertex. X is 0, y is -3. Let's see. We're going to go x is 1, y is -2. That's going to be about here. About here. And then we got -1, -2, okay. And then we've got this great big number. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're way up here somewhere. And we're going to be way up here somewhere with -4. So you're going to test me again, aren't you? Alright, this time I've got to draw a parabola. Hey, I might be better at these than straight lines. There we are. We have a parabola. Now, luckily, I have a solid line because I have an equals, even though I didn't check that before. Okay, the question is it the inside of this parabola or the outside of this parabola? Here's my favorite point, 0, 0. 0 squared is 0, minus 3, that's a -3. Is 0 greater than -3? Yes, it is. Therefore, everything inside here are the correct answers for this equation. All right, we're going to try one more. Oh boy, we're going to have to rewrite this into y. So we've got y squared equals -9x squared plus 9. And then we've got, now watch this, y equals plus or minus the square root of -9x squared plus 9. Now, when you put this into your TI-84, you have to put in two equations. You'll put in a y equals plus and square root, and you'll put in a y equals, and you may need this parentheses depending upon the age of your calculator, a negative square root. So you'll have to put in both of these equations in order to get your plot. Back over to this side. Let's check a couple numbers, okay? How about 1? Boy, let's put it in here. Ah, that was easy enough. It's 0. How about -1? Still 0. How about 0? What's the square root of 9? 3. Or -3. Okay, we're getting some sort of a pattern here. Let's try and do this. 1, 2, 3. X is 1, y is 0. I'm going to draw this a little out of proportion. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now what this is going to be is 2 arcs. 1 there. And 1 there. Okay. It'll never touch the X line. It'll never touch 0. Okay. Again, now we've got a circle as a graph. And my favorite point, 0, 0. So put that in here. 0, 0, plus 9. Is 0 greater than 9? No, it's not. So it's not inside. It's actually the outside. And what did I do wrong? Can you spot it? Right. That should have been a dotted line, huh? Luckily, I've got this pen eraser, otherwise I'd be in a lot of trouble. There we go. So, I don't know, that kind of looks a little strange for a math problem, but there you have it. That is the graph of 2 variables in an inequality. This is the end of our video lecture. Thank you for watching. There are other videos like this on the website. Thank you for listening.